Lockdown. Neil Ferguson predicts easing of restrictions. Sign up for latest news plus tips to save money and the environment. Subscribe. When you subscribe, we will use the information you provide to send you these news. Sometimes they'll include recommendations for other related newsletters or services. Our privacy notice explains more about how we use your data and your rights. You can unsubscribe at any. Prime Minister Boris Johnson will be setting out his roadmap for getting out of lockdown on February 22, as confirmed by a government. But the minister also stressed no decisions had yet been taken on the matter. The Prime Minister also said he was optimistic people will be able to enjoy a summer holiday this year on February 3, but then quickly backtracked on February 11, saying it was too early for people to be certain about what we will be able to do this summer. Will the return to Tier 3 lockdown after the February review? As it stands, nothing has been confirmed about what will happen once. And as always with this government, the messaging has been very mixed and varies from minister to minister. Some believe they will return to a tiered approach, while others think the government will ditch the plan in exchange for a more unilateral approach. Number 10 sources dismissed reports that the Prime Minister had made any firm decisions on the matter, so at this point, anything. Claims have been circulating that Mr. Johnson was looking at whether to go back to the regional, tiered. One government insider said, "We do think the tier system was effective for the situation we faced last year, but we may face different circumstances. Tiers are still an option, but we are also looking at whether it would be better to exit from lockdown on a national basis. It will depend to an extent on the geographical spread of the pandemic in a few weeks' time when we will be able to see if there is still value in trying to do things on a regional basis." Downing Street officials have refused to say which approach England will adopt when the measures inevitably come. Mr. Johnson's official spokesperson said, "By mid-February, we will expect to have a clearer idea on the effect that the vaccine program is having on hospital admissions, on deaths as well as the transmission rate of the virus across the country. It remains the case that we will review that data in the week of February 15, and we will then, during the week of February 22, set out our plan for the gradual easing of restrictions based on the evidence reviewed." The Prime Minister is reported to have long favored a regional approach to lockdown as it means some areas can come out of restrictions more quickly. Health Secretary Matt Hancock said on Monday they would be heading back to a tiered approach when the country starts unlocking. Mr. Hancock said, "We are looking at this question right now and looking at the impact those tiers will." Mr. Johnson said he hoped schools would be able to go back from March 8 onwards, but again, couldn't make any guarantees on the matter. He said, "Our aim will be to set out a gradual and phased approach to easing the restrictions in a sustainable way." Trending schools are expected to be the first area of society to go back to normality, with younger children and those in key exam years understood to be the first heading back to the Communities Secretary Robert Jenrick said on Wednesday the government would make use of the tiered system when planning their exits. After schools, ministers are likely to look at reopening shops, followed by the hospitality sector, as long as cases were. The Prime Minister also wants to be able to allow some limited social mixing by Easter, but this is likely to be outdoors if it does begin.